Hello, everybody, and welcome. And it's Saturday. Oh, it's like, I think, you know, good morning. Hold on. All right. No, it's fine. It is what it is. Every day just rolls into the next. We are in the last, well, I was talking the other day about the Mayan calendar, and we're sort of in that elusiveness of energy right now. So we'll wait till more people come in, and I'll introduce myself before I get heading into the craziness and the shenanigans of all the planets. So, hello. Okay. I'm all over the place. I'm so scattered. So, first of all, who am I? My name is Mary June Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and a astrologer coming with you with the cosmos and the cosmic craziness of the energies of this day and of the coming week and wherever it ends up leading us. So a couple of things that I wanted to talk to people about. One, my herbal class starts tomorrow, so you can still register today. An email has already been sent out to those who have registered, so you'll be receiving an email. You'll be finding a few changes that are happening for me is that I'm going to be using email a little bit more than I'm still using Facebook. Like, I'm not going off my social media. I'm not one of those people who are getting off my social media. So those are platforms that I've used, but I'll be sending out information through email a little bit more, and so that you will get it. So check your emails. Okay, check your emails. Also, if you're not on my email list, go to my website and maryjunetracy.com and sign up for my email, because that's where I'm going to be doing a lot more of my promotions and sending you promotions, getting you to the links that are going to be where you will get the link to discounts or new classes and things like that. So make sure that you're on my email list. So I'm going to be doing more of that. Yeah, getting organized. I'm getting organized. That Saturn energy is coming in, and it's getting me organized. It's getting me to shit. Make it look like make it look like I'm professional. The other thing that I'm going to be throwing out there is ideas for a new logo. So I have my logo here, my lovely little logo that I've had for so long, but it is time to update it. She's needing some updates. So I am looking for people who have ideas, who would like to help me with doing a new logo. If you are, if you do things like that, or if you want to exchange gifts, things like that. So I am very open to looking for new ideas for making a new logo for the Guru Mama and updating my logo. So there's that's happening. Just so much. Crazy. And it is crazy because the energies this weekend are fucking crazy. Excuse me. But they're just so nutty. We got that energy in Libra. This is, we're coming into a big, within the Mayan calendar, because they follow Venus very, that was their tracking star, right? I'll send you something I did with pastels. Ooh, please do. Thank you. Exciting. They followed Venus because Venus is a constant in the sky. She is, where she is, and they can, they can predict where she's going to be retrograde, and the date, everything, because she forms a pentagram in the sky, right? That's what she does. So she has the points where she goes and where she's going to retrograde and retrograde back, go forward. And so they followed her. So Venus had a lot to do with energy. She had a lot to do with relationships, how things were coming together, right? So when we look at relationships, everybody, when I say relationships, the first thought is, oh, relationships. Oh, it's my lover. It's my husband. It's my wife. It is that. Oh, yes, those are my relationships. So a lot of times when people think of relationships, they go and they think of a sexual type of relationship. With the Mayans, The relationships weren't just sexual relationships. They were relationships with everything. You have a relationship with the earth. The earth. How is the earth going to provide? Where she was stationary usually told them that how things were going to proceed within the coming year. And how she aligned with different energies or star systems or planets. They may not have known that they were stars or planets, but how she interconnected with them. And they would go by their history, and say, okay, every time she ran into this section in the cosmos, there's a lot to do with intellect, a lot of mind things going. And where is she right now? She's in Gemini. So she's gotten into a lot of her head. Oh, Venus isn't a person who wants to go too much in her head. She's very intellectual. She likes that. But she is the one who wants to feel things. She's your intuition. She wants to come into the intuition and give you that knowingness. That's what Venus is. And she's, coming out of her shadow. But she is also gotten into her head. Like, it's like, oh my God, what's going on? Is everything going to be okay? And, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right relationship? Oh my God, is this the right job I should be doing? Things are just not going well, blah, blah, blah. And that's Venus when she's in her head. So you got to think, because Gemini is it's mutable. It's moving. It's constant. It's this air that's always moving. Blah, 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 blah. Venus, she rules Taurus, mundane, fixed, boom. I like this. I like that. This is what I like. This feels good. Oh, yes. All right. She's the one who's like, okay, if I love these cards, I love these cards. Yes, these are the cards I want. How much are they? Can you give me a discount? That's Venus. She rules Libra. Oh, Libra. Got to balance things. Got to make sure everything's okay. I'm a leader. Mutability. Crazy air. So she's not really happy right now. So she's getting a little bit grumpy. And Venus isn't very good when she's grumpy. She wants to make sure you're feeling good. But when she's in her head, it's like, that means like, oh my God, is this really the right place I should be? How should I do this? What's going on? She's just like, oh my God. It's like, shut the fuck up. That's Venus. And along with that, in comes Mars. Wow, Mars. I'm mighty, I'm strong. And she said, did you know this? And did you know this? He's like, I'm mighty strong. And I gotta keep moving. But he's slowing down. The warrior's slowing down. Venus is like speeding up. He's slowing down. What can I do? Mercury is wanting answers. He's squaring over, but he's also this lovely Neptune. Neptune is being very lovely. He's doing a nice little sextile over to Jupiter. Now, Neptune's at home, and he's looking at everything. He's looking over at Jupiter, and he's saying to Jupiter, he said, hey, yo, Jupe, yo, dude, your uncle's over here. Pay some attention. Got something for you. And Jupiter's like, oh, I'm in retrograde. I'm in my dad's house. This has just been like crazy ass shit. And Neptune is going, but you know what? Hey, I got a portal here. I got a portal for you. If you want, I got something here that we can go through. You may not, it's kind of like foggy still, but you got to trust me. You got to trust me. I want to take you somewhere a little bit better, but you got to trust. You may not have it all, right? You may not have all the answers, but you just got to trust me right now. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through all of this craziness that's happening here, but you got to come here. You got to come into your intuition, and you got to come into that trusting. And it's like, Jupe's like, oh, really? Sounds good, man. So we have this lovely little portal that's opening up right now. And Jupiter is at 20, and Neptune is at 20. So they're coming together at this beautiful point of opening in amongst a lot of craziness that's happening there. The moon is just in Libra. It's coming in there in Libra, but it's opposite Mars. And it's like Mars is like exalted. He's in his house and he's looking over at the moon, and he's in Libra. It's like, well, okay, come on, help me to balance this all out, dude. And the moon's like, you know what? I get where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. So, let's just chat about it. We got a few hours before I go into Scorpio. No, let's talk now. And so it's all of this information and energy. It's chaotic. But over here are these big dudes that are saying, come into your intuition. Come into the quiet here. Come. Let me take you. Remember that door I was telling you about in the back alley that wasn't looking so good? And you're just like, I ain't opening that door. Here's the door opening, saying, it's kind of foggy as you come in. It's okay, because you haven't been here for a while. Take my hand. You haven't been here for a while. Allow yourself to come in. Allow yourself to come in to the energies and sit. It's going to be okay. And it can be kind of scary because we've been so in our head. This energy is in our head. And Venus is just like, I want to get out of here. I can't take it anymore. But Jupiter's and Neptune is saying, yeah, we understand. And Neptune's going, I am retrograding. I am taking back the waves so that you can take a look and get a clearer picture of where you want to be. In amongst the craziness, in amongst so much nuttiness that's coming in, and the things that are going up online is like all these crazy memes, and on Instagram it's like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, did you see this? Did you see this? And the thing is that you're coming into where, yeah, Jupiter's in Capricorn, but he's also saying, and Mercury's saying, we need a little bit more facts. We need some facts. We need to have that you need to trust yourself with what it is that you want to go forward with. And that's where this energy is coming in this weekend. And when the moon goes into lovely Scorpio and squares the sun, it's like, whoa, full on, here we are, let's get going. Ignite. But it's also an opportunity to work on our own boundaries, to work on what we know is our truth. So a lot is coming out about truth, intuition, and trust. And when we start looking into our intuition and start to understand, how do I function? This is what I love about manifesting, because manifesting doesn't work the same way for everybody, because there's different types of manifestors. There's manifestors that are able to think about it, then wait for opportunities. There's people who have come into their intuition, I know, and then get to go. That's why when you take a workshop and it's about manifesting, and everybody says, I followed all of these steps and it didn't work for me. And I look at their chart, and that's the other thing, is looking at your chart. When I look at the chart and I'm like, whoa, well, you got some work here to do. You're coming into really heavy spirituality in your life. You're coming into, there might be a conjunction on your MC or your AC or your IC or your, on your chart that says, it's time for you to really, this is about cleaning house. This is about really looking into the internal. If you're in your 40s, it could be that, oh my God, look at this. It's a midlife crisis. So if you're going into your 40s, 41, 42, 43, 44, in that area, it's like, holy shit, is this the life? If you're 36, and around 34, about 35, 36, 37, it's like, whoa, there's some waves coming in. There's some, openings, things, there's a lot of transformation. And when you look at the chart, it can tell you sort of things like, oh, this is the energies that are around me. Cool. I can work with this energy. I've seen charts where, some people are like, and it's like their whole marriage broke down because when I look at the one person's chart, they're in just total, let's fuck everything, and not because there's no foundation. They had no foundation for their own spiritual self, for their own self-discovery. Everything was always done for everybody else. So when this energy comes in, it's like, it feels like a disruption. And it's like, can you manifest anything in amongst this chaos? Well, not a whole heck of a lot until you start dealing with what's the crazy volcano inside of yourself. And so when we look at this energy today and over the weekend, it is telling you to take some time because you have to build a foundation. Building a spiritual foundation is important. It's number one. It's number one in whatever you're doing. It doesn't, and the thing is like, well, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this. I don't give a crap's ass what you believe in. I don't care if you praise Mickey Mouse as being God. This is building a foundation that is allowing yourself to listen to you. Listen to that internal God and Goddess within you. That's where this energy is coming in and saying, you do have it. Let's honor it. So that's why it's going to be foggy, because not everybody's honoring it or has honored it or is having problems because they haven't dealt with it before. So this is coming into that quiet. It's coming into that peace. It's coming into that place of, let me just breathe for a moment. Let me journal. Let me walk out of my box and let me feel what's going on. And that's where I feel the Neptune, Jupiter is the portal for us to start looking into. And especially when today, like this weekend, we're in a time of timelessness. Like we're in the dream time. This is one of those times of what are you wanting to dream? What do you want to put down? And it's like a lot of times where people are like, well, I've done my chart. I've done my, this is like, maybe you want to do a new manifesting chart. Maybe you want to do, my charts keep coming in. It's like, oh, that's all I got is charts coming in my head. But maybe you want to sit and do some painting. Maybe you want to start doing something that's going to get you to move. Maybe it's going by water. Maybe it's a hike. There's a connection that needs to be made this weekend. There's a connection that needs to go out and be in nature, to be outside. And I know some people are like, well, I can't go outside without wearing a mask. There are places you can go without having to wear a mask. Trust me. There are places that you can go, that you can drive to, that you can walk around. There's nobody around. Or get on the train and go to the outskirts. There are places. I biked up to Starbucks this morning. Does that count? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Because I know which Starbucks did you go to? Did you go to the one with the drive-thru? I know where all the Starbucks are. See, that's nice. You know what would be cool is that if you drove out and then go to going towards go to the Big Rock. That would be cool to do today. You're erasing Jarrett. You just left him in the dust. Jarrett, bye. This is my time. I'm a Leo. You got to let me win anyways, because wait till you get home if you don't. But going out to the rock would be great for you today, Candace. And taking a walk out there. Just touching it. Because that rock is powerful. We're going to the lake today. Oh, I got a Candace and a Candice. So Candace Mary, go to the rock. Candice B, awesome, going to the lake. He was on the path, and as I passed him, I flipped him the bird. You are such a kind and generous person. He let you win, because it is your birthday month. So, but this is where this energy is coming in. If there's some way that you can go to a park, if you can go out, it's going to be important. It's going to be important, And I know, Candace, it is important. Last night I did my ghost walk. Because as I told you, my husband and I share a phone right now, so I couldn't take any pictures. But they did post some stuff up on their page on Blessed Circle. I think they did. I don't know. Maybe they did. But anyways, they took pictures. We couldn't go for the walk per se. We did the house because the house is very haunted that they're in. And we did the house, and it's funny. People found the same thing, and different groups and stuff. Another group of communities, and they hadn't talked, and then they find out the different energies and stuff. So it was very cool, and I did a mini reading. But doing that in a mask, oh my goodness, it was hell. That's all I got to say is that if I have to do that again, I got to find a different way of doing it, or I just have to find a different way of doing it, because it's hard to be talking 24/7, like talking all the time with a mask on, because it's like you're breathing back that CO2 and stuff. So I have to get the new filtered ones. I have to, I got to get trendy with the masks, I guess. Here I go. I'm going to get trendy with the masks. If I'm going to have to do something, I'm going to get trendy with it. And get those masks maybe with a copper in it or something. I don't know. Just hey, that would be cool. So I've seen those, but the jeweled ones. My phone just went off and it's over there. It said just a sec. All right, cool. Oh well, someone's listening to me. So today, take some time, get into your intuition. Journal today would be very important. Doing some journaling. A very important thing. If you are still wanting to be a part of my Herb and Essential class, and it is going to be recorded, so if you miss it, you get the recording. And I sent out an email to everybody who's on the list who's joining me tomorrow. So I can send you the link if you are wanting to join me tomorrow. For that, it's from 1 to 4. And we also have my readings. I still have Pay What You Wish for my readings. And I'm going to leave it up. I'm going to leave that for a while, I think, because I know what's going to be coming forth and down the pipeline over the next coming months. It's going to get a little bit crazier. So please add you to the class. Okay, I'll send you out the link after I get off here. So it's just going to get a little bit crazier. So just an FYI. Also, Journey Club is going to be starting up in September. So for those who are wanting to join me on Journey Club, it is 8 weeks, and it's an 8-week discovery of self and learning how to look at your values. And are you in alignment with your values, or have your values changed? What are your thoughts? Meditation. And we learn about the big F, which is not, that word that I always say. It is forgiveness. And we learn about forgiveness, which is really one of the higher parts of being here on this earth, and learning how to forgive and learning how to allow ourselves to be in more of a state of love. And now, right, I feel like this, I say this every year, but it's like every year I'm just like, oh my God, it is so needed, because there are so many judgments that are going on in the world right now. My daughter was asking me about Ellen DeGeneres. She's one. And of course, we all know about Tom Hanks. And, there's things about the royal family and about the president of the United States and an ex-president of the United States. So we have all of this energy or information coming out, some of it truth, some of it semi-truth, some of it not truth. So there's a lot of things that have not come fully to light, but it will. Things are like Pluto's shaking shit up. So this Pluto and Jupiter conjunction that's been happening is really shaking a lot of information to come through. And with Uranus isn't even retrograde. He's going and he's moving along. He's plugging along. He's at 10 degrees. So he's doing his thing. And every time he just sort of moves a bit, he's shaking. He's shaking. He's shaking. He's shaking. So this is really getting to the layer of things. So with all the information, it's coming into your truth. And that's where with Journey Club comes in. Coming into your truth, your alignment, what you feel is right for you. And that's a hard thing, because I know it's all about community and consciousness, but it's coming into the truth of what Aquarius is. Aquarius is a lot to do with individuality too. When you look at a lot of Aquariuses and they come into their true authentic self, they have the most tattoos. They're the ones who are the, they want to stand out. They don't want to be the norm. They want to be the energy of the extraordinary. They are the scientific one, but they're not the mainstream science. They are the abstract science. They are the ones who think outside the box. They go beyond. They go beyond what we see here, right? And that's where this energy comes in. It's like this is getting us to come into our own individuality and be our true authentic selves and allow ourselves to think. And that's where our intuition comes in, outside the box. Outside the box. And for a lot of us, that's a hardcore one, especially if you were raised in a very strict religion, if you were raised with a very strict, ideology within your family. So it is allowing you to come out of that structure and come into something that is you and come into that alignment of you. Oh, that's so much. Oh my God, all in one weekend yet. Holy fuck. I told you every week it's just heightening, like the energies boom, 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 boom. It's like, on if when you're turning lights on and it goes like, like they're clicking lights on into a big room and it goes click, 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 click. And we haven't got all the lights on yet. It's like the lights aren't all on. We still don't know what's at the very back there. But do we want to know? So sending you guys out to have a fabulous weekend this weekend. Get out in nature, listen to yourself, journal, the usual. Come on, get the usual. Get into some Neptunian energy, into some daydreaming. Maybe cloud watching would be a fabulous one. Get into that energy of the feeling. Do some scrying. Go to the Candace, go when you're by the lake, do some scrying. Look into the water. Bring the water up. Bring a little bucket and look into it. I used to do that when I was at the beach with my kids. I'd get the bucket. I'm really looking in the bucket. Mom, what you looking at? Oh, nothing. Just scrying in the bucket, finding out information. And just, pick up a rock. When you pick up a rock, feel it, touch it. What is the information? Does this rock want, because we usually come home with 1,000 rocks in our pocket. This is another thing. Pick up a rock. How does that rock feel? What is that rock trying to tell us? Do a little meditation with the rocks. Yeah. And feel the rock, feel that energy and allow yourself to and receive the information that's coming through. That's really cool. And if there's rocks that come in and you're just like, what do I need to do this? Maybe it's a rock that needs to be released with something you need to be releasing. So release it. Throw it out there, right? Throw it back out into the river, into the lake, into the pond. And then take another rock and say, what are you grateful for? So this is building a foundation. That's building a foundation. Right? And allowing for that foundation to be created for yourself. So sending you out so much love. I am at Blessed Circle today from 11 to 5 if you want to come in for a reading on one-on-one. Readings there are $160 unless you want a tea leaf reading, which is $80. So you can come in and get a tea leaf reading if you like with me today and have a cup of tea, and I read your tea leaves, and it's amazing the information that comes up through the leaves of the tea. Have a blessed one. I love you all. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Blessed be everybody. Thank you for being a part of my soul pack. Bye-bye.